Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's Nicole here, and I thought I would vlog today and do a little cook with me video for you guys. I did just get home from work. It is a weeknight, but I am gonna make something a little bit special today for dinner. So my husband really likes, one of his favorite recipes is the smothered pork chops that I kind of put together myself, and I've been able to perfect it over the years. So I'm going to share with you guys this recipe because I feel confident that it's really tasty at this point. So if you want to see how I make my smothered pork chops, make sure you stick around for this vlog. I did go to the grocery store after work and I picked up all of the ingredients because unfortunately I just didn't have everything that I needed to make the pork chops. So I literally picked up everything that I needed for this recipe. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you guys can see everything that I'm gonna use to make this recipe pop. So I just went ahead and cleaned my pork chops, and now I'm gonna get ready to season them and prepare them for frying. I'm gonna fry them first before I put them in the oven. So I'm gonna season them, and then I'm gonna dip them in flour and then fry them on both sides and then put them in the oven. So I coated the pork chops and there's flour on them, obviously. I just coated them. And now I am going to put some grease in a pan and get the grease really hot so that I can just brown these really quickly on both sides. While the grease is getting hot, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my onions and my mushrooms. You can use bell peppers if you like. I don't like bell peppers, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut the onions and the mushrooms up because I am gonna saute them before I put them in the pan with the fried pork chops and with the gravy. So I really like mushrooms and I really like onions. So any meal for the most part that I can incorporate onions and mushrooms, I'm probably more than likely are gonna do it. The grease is now hot, so I went ahead and put a couple of my pork chops in the skillet. And I'm just gonna brown them on both sides. You don't want to cook them all the way because you will cook them for the second half in the oven. So you don't want to overcook them when you're frying them. So I'm just gonna brown these on both sides to get it a nice coat. As you can see, I just cut up a yellow onion. I cut up about 3 onions, and I cut up some baby bella mushrooms. And I am gonna saute these a little bit before I add them to the pan and bake them. Once you have lightly fried your pork chops, you should just go ahead and set them to the side. And what I am going to do now is place some olive oil in a pan and go ahead and saute my vegetables. I just placed a little bit of this Bertolli extra virgin olive oil in a pan. I'm gonna let it get hot and then I'm gonna add my vegetables. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make my gravy while the vegetables are sauteing in the skillet. So I'm gonna use cream of mushroom and cream of chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and open those cans and mix everything around, add a little bit of milk and add a little bit of water. So as you can see, this is pretty thick, so I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. Now the gravy is at a nice consistency and it is ready to be poured over the pork chops, and I'm going to add the onions and the mushrooms. I will be using this large baking pan, and I did spray the bottom of it with some Pam just to make sure that my pork chops don't stick to the bottom of the pan. I went ahead and poured over my sauteed onions and mushrooms, and now I'm going to add my gravy. I did decide to cut up some pieces of butter. I used an entire stick of butter, and I just cut them up in small pieces and put them inside of the pan. And now this is all ready to go in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. I am going to bake the pork chops on 375 for about 30 to 40 minutes. The pork chops are pretty much finished baking in the oven, so I did go ahead and pick up some Bob Evans mashed potatoes. These are very tasty and they're very easy and convenient. I usually put them in the microwave for about 6 minutes and they are extremely tasty. So definitely check these out if you're not familiar with the Bob Evans mashed potatoes. It will save you a lot of time, and it's a great side dish for a lot of different recipes. I just took the pork chops out of the oven. Here's the final product: mashed potatoes, smothered pork chop with a dinner roll, and of course the onions and the mushrooms are in the gravy. I hope you enjoyed this cook with me video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos from me. If you have any questions or comments about this recipe, leave them below. And if you want to see more videos like this from me and more vlogs with me cooking, I do cook often during the week. Make sure you let me know. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.